Hey guys, we've got some nasty weather this week, so we are keeping it safe, staying inside, and cooking up some chili. I used this pan to brown up 2 pounds of ground beef, and then I added 2 tablespoons of oil, and now I'm going to brown up these onions, green peppers, and garlic, and some green chilies. And I'm going to cook these until they're translucent. I'm going to add that to the ground beef that I've already got into my crock pot. We'll bring you back then. Alright, I've got these cooked till they're translucent. Now I'm going to add it to that ground beef. Alright guys, so we lost power, so I've had to change how I'm cooking this. I'm going to cook it on the stove. And to this 2 pounds of ground beef, I added some fresh frozen tomatoes that I had in the freezer, and instead of using canned tomatoes. So now I'm going to add my peppers and onion mixture and garlic. Get that mixed in and start adding all the other ingredients. All right, to this we're going to add 4 tablespoons of chili powder, 3 teaspoons of cumin, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and a tablespoon of vinegar. A cup of water. Now this is the water that I put my tomatoes in to kind of thaw them out from the freezer. So that's why it's all orange. And then to that, I'm going to add a can of dark kidney beans, a can of red beans. I may add another can of these, but I haven't decided yet. I'll decide at the end. And then 2 cans of pinto beans. A can of tomato sauce. Now the recipe calls for one of the big cans of chopped tomatoes, but I used my frozen ones, so I'm not putting that in. And then a can of tomato paste. Mix that up a little bit. And then to that, I've got 4 jalapenos that I've chopped up. 2 of them I left the seeds in for a little extra spice, and then the 2 of them I removed the seeds. And now we're just going to let that sit and cook for about 2.5 hours. I'm going to check it halfway through and see if I need to add any salt, or if I want to. I don't think I'm going to add any more beans. I think that's plenty. So we're just going to let it sit and cook for about 2.5 hours. We do not want it to come to a boil. You just want to let it simmer. We'll bring you back in a while. All right, guys, it's been 2.5 hours and this is done. I did add some salt and some garlic powder. Using the fresh tomatoes made it really sweet, and I don't want sweet chili, so I added some garlic powder and some tomatoes, or some salt, and that really counteracted that sweetness, and I think we're at a pretty good spot. So I'm going to put the lid on this now and set it aside and get some cornbread going. All right, I took 2 boxes of just the Jiffy cornbread, and I chopped up 1 jalapeno. I removed the seeds, chopped that up, and put that in here. Now I've let it rest for like 3 minutes, and now I'm getting ready to pour it into cast iron skillet that I put a tablespoon of butter in, and then I put it in the oven to warm. So it'll get a nice coating of that butter.
I like butter.
You hear the troublemaker back there?
Butter is good.
I'm just going to pour this directly in there. And that'll just start giving it that nice crunch on the bottom. And we're going to bake this for about 20-25 minutes on 400 degrees. And we'll bring you back when it's done.
Butter.
Let you see how everything turned out.
Butter. Okay.
All right, guys, this is done. The chili turned out awesome. And so did the cornbread. I don't want it to slide off the plate, but there you go. I would do a taste test, but honestly, I'm bundled up like a bag lady, and nobody wants to see that. So I'll just let you know it tastes delicious, and we will see you next time.
Butter.